Hi, I'm Andy. I'm from Applied Shotokan. Today we're going to look at a principle we can find in Master Funakoshi's Niju Kun number 18. So Niju Kun is his 20 precepts. So Niju Kun 18 translates to perform kata exactly. Actual combat is another matter. So what this means is when we're performing kata as a solo practice, we do it as is, in the correct sequence. But when we're applying the principles that are found in kata, we don't need to be concerned ourselves with doing them in the same order. And what we do is going to be determined by the strengths and weaknesses of our opponent, our enemy. So Nakasone, in Funakoshi's book, 20 Guiding Principles of Karate Do, Nakasone elaborates on Niju Kun number 18, and he says, "But in actual combat, it will not do to be hampered or shackled by the rituals of kata. Instead, the practitioner should transcend kata, moving freely according to the opponent's strengths and weaknesses." So we're going to use that principle and see how it's reflected in Tekki Shodan or Nahanshi. Okay? So this is going to be an extension of some work I did in the last video. So we were looking at the salutation when we come up like this. We have our crossover step, and which we use as an oblique kick. And then from there, the knee comes up. That's obviously a knee strike. We have the head in the hand. We throw the elbow. And we're also going to look at this. And what we're going to do is, it's going to be an either or. We're either going to throw an elbow or we're going to choke out our enemy depending on the response to the earlier response to their attack. Okay, so as for the last video, this is a crash helmet. We crash in when she's throwing her barrage of haymaker punches. All right, nice and slow. So I have my, I can't stay right here. I'll just keep going. I want to crash in and I find the head. From here, when we do the crossover step, that's our oblique kick. All right, but that should get this kind of response. And from there, I throw my knee strike. So from here, the kata goes, here's my knee strike, here. If her posture is still upright, where for whatever reason my attacks aren't working, either they missed, they're not very strong, or she's got a body of steel, and her posture is upright, then I'm going to go to the next movement, which is the elbow strike. So I come off to an angle like the kata tells me to, and I start throwing elbows. Now, if after I attack the leg, the body, and I do a snap down, oh, I got the head down. The neck is right there, I may as well take it. So instead of going for the elbow strike, because the head might not be a great spot for elbow strike, maybe I'm going to get a skull there, which isn't going to be the best. It's not terrible, but it's not the best. But the head's right there, so the kata tells us either do this if their posture's upright, or do the choke. So this is a version of a guillotine choke. In UFC 140, John Jones choked out Lyoto Machida with this against the cage. So if the head's down, we skip up over the elbow strike, we snap down, and we're going to go into this cup and saucer position where this is my choking arm, this comes here, and what I want to do for this choke is I kind of smush her ear to my rib cage, all right? And this choking hand has to come up. One way I can do it, as you see in the kata, is I lift up like this, right? I posture up and I get the choke. Another version, the classic high elbow version, not in the kata, but it would come like this, okay? So from the beginning, we come like this, we're smashing in, we kick, we throw our knee. If her posture's right there, we come over, we come over, throw some elbows. If it's down, we help her down a little bit with a little snap down, we come here, and we do our choke finish. If we were to draw a little flow chart, it would look like this. First, opening salutation, crash and clinch, get control of the head. Then, once you have control of the head, use a crossover step to attack the leg. Once they buckle them over a little bit, maybe that works, maybe it doesn't, throw a knee strike. Then, either A or B. A, is their posture upright? Throw elbows. Or B, is your posture buckled and their head is down? Choke them out. Choices.